come for a while, and I'm like, why? It's going good. Yeah, it's going good. We're gonna start doing me and I. We're gonna start doing kirtan classes every month, once a month.
Would you please do literacy? I want to test my YouTube stream.
Oh, okay.
Hare Krishna.
Let me start. Which one? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Like a different mantra? Like different till he comes. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Let's do a kirtan.
You got kirtan. Yeah, you lead.
Okay.
Would it be okay to turn this up a little, the guitar just a little? Is it okay?
Hare Krishna. This could be higher too, I feel. If it's possible. Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
It's okay. Okay.
Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasaya. It's okay, Prabhu, if it's not possible. Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine.
Vishnu Padaya, Krishna Prasthaya,
Namaste Sarasvati Devi Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavati Asyatyari Shatarine.
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatyadeshatarine. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shri
Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Sri Vyasa-Puja. Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi
Bhakta Vrinda.
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Shri
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gora Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare. Oh, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama.
Hare Krishna, Hare. Okay, yeah. Jai.
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yeah, I think we should go over there. Okay, you can start. Yeah.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Kirtana Gananardana Para Premamritam Honidhi Dhira Dhira Jana Priyo Priyakara Nirmatsara Pujito Shri Chaitanya Kripa Bharo Bhuvi Bhuvo Bharavaham Taraka Rupa Sanatana Raguyugo Shri Diva Gopalago Nana Shastra Vicharana Kanipuno Sadharma Samstapako Lokanam Hitakarino Tribhuvane Manyo Sharanyakaro Radha Krishna Padaravinda Bhajana Nande Namattaliko Vande Rupa Sanatana Raguyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Shri Gauranga Gunanuvarnana Vidha Shraddha Samridhyanvito Papotapanikrintana Tanubhrita Govinda Ganamritai Ananda Buddhivardhanai Kanipuno Kaivalyanistarako Vande Rupa Sanatana Raguyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Shrinim Sada Tuchava Bhutvadina Ganeshako Karunaya Kaupina Kantashtrito Gopi Bhavarasamrita Dilahari Kallola Magnamoho Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Gujat Kokilaham Sasara Sagana Kirne Mayura Pule Nanaratani Badhamu Lavitapa Shri Yukta Vrindavane Radha Krishna Maharnisham Prabhajato Jivarthado Yomuda Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Sankhya Purvaka Namaga Nanatibhi Kalavasani Krito Nidrahara Viharaka Divijito Chatyanta Dino Chayo Radha Krishna Gunasmriti Madhurima Nandena Sammohito Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo Shri Jiva Gopalako Radha Kunda Tajekalin Datanaya Tire Shavam Shivate Premon Madhava Shadashir Shadashaya Grasto Pramato Sada Gayanto Chakadahare Gunavaram Bhava Vibhuto Muda Vande Rupa Sanatana Raghuyugo kalpapadapatale kalindivane kuta घोषन्तवेति सर्वतो प्रजापुरे खेदर्महाविह्वलो वन्दे रूपसनातनो रघुयुगो Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada,
Jaya Prabhupada,
Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo.
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for coming to celebrate the Vyasa-Puja of His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj ki Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Yesterday Maharaj was saying that we're going to celebrate Vyasadev's Puja. So Maharaj is a perfect person who is representing Srila Vyasadeva. So we'll start with the lecture by His Holiness, and followed by, we have another Prabhupada disciple, Vatsal Prabhu, so he will speak after Maharaj.
Okay. Jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki jai. Wow. Yeah. Veer Bahu Das. We're very, what's the word? Simpatico in Spanish. We have very nice, we get along. Our characters very similar in many ways. We're very natural friends. Veer Bahu Das. So for his Vyasa-Puja, he has no celebration. He used to have no celebration at all. And usually it occurs during the GBC meetings in Mayapur, And so one year there was, I want no celebration, whatever. I'm just, humble servant of Prabhupada. So he said, okay, but there's a special GBC meeting tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So he went there, and he went in, and everybody was there, and they closed the door behind him. They wouldn't let him get out, and it was a whole festival, Okay. So the next year he had a sign on his door. Said, I'm not opening my door today. I don't care what happens. If Mayapur is sinking into the ocean, I don't care. If Raha incarnates, I don't care. I'm not coming out. So it's a very personal item. No, everybody's at a position of guru in their nature. Vatsal was quoting today. The Lord Chaitanya says, one of the most famous verses, Yare deke tari kaha Krishna upadesh amar agnai, guru hoy tare desh. And this is Lord Chaitanya's instructions. Wherever you go, whoever you meet, tell them Krishna's instructions in Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Amar Agnai, on my order, Guru Haya. You become Guru. So it's there, and the purport, Prabhupada, says the same thing. You can be, Vartmana Pradarshika Guru. There was one devotee, maybe you remember him, he was in San Francisco. I took initiation from a letter from Srila Prabhupada, nice letter. And the same letter, Vaisheshika, it was a Sashikala, and what's his name? Vaisheshika took second initiation. So Vatsal's my big brother. He can't escape from that position. Yeah. So we were there in the beginning, the good old days. Yeah. So what was happening? Yeah. Amar Agnai Guru Hoya. Yeah. So the person, Bhakta Bill, he was there building the Rath Yatra carts and everything else, but he was an alcoholic. I think he pretty much had it under control. One of these people who was taking the Alcoholics Anonymous program, which is very simple. It's very similar to Krishna consciousness. The process they follow is very similar to our process, and it works. It works. So anyway, he'd been like been reformed alcoholic for maybe like 10, 15 years, but every now and again, maybe a little something. So there was no way on earth he was really going to formally take initiation. But the number of people he sent to the temple and everything else was just incredible. He was, Vartmana Pradarshika Guru, for so many people. Pat Pradarshika, showing, you're going through the jungle, and you're trying to get to the Emerald City of Oz or something here. And it's, spiders and bugs and everything else. It's very difficult. And someone looking down at you, see, there's a pathway up here. Why don't you just come up and get on the pathway? Oh, thank you. So this is Pradarshika. Anybody, we could just know a little bit about Krishna, and we become guru, and so important, And then so Srila Prabhupada can also do this. He can just invite people to start following the process. So he's Pradarshika Guru. It's a kind of a Shiksha Guru, giving instructions. And then Prabhupada says the principal Shiksha Guru usually becomes Diksha Guru. Yeah, on that level where you're giving people advice, and now when it's time to formally matriculate in the school, even investigating, okay, this school, this career, what do I have to do? Okay, that's Diksha. It's a formality with how we set it up, and different religions have a different process, but it's the formality, okay, And then maybe for some reason, for example, many times I was initiating in Peru, and one very nice devotee, Kanu Pandit, very nice, but he's a disciple formerly of Jayapataka Maharaj. So he was naturally the guru of so many people I was initiating. but he wasn't doing it because he was a disciple of Jayapataka Maharaj. And so there was very, very harmonious relationship. He was very happy. He didn't have to worry about being Diksha Guru for anybody. He said, okay, you do it. And I was, just whatever Kanu Pandit says, that's, we're doing it, So usually then the principal Shiksha Guru becomes Diksha Guru. Then after Diksha Guru, there's, Harinam Diksha and Upadeshamrita. Prabhupada's talking about this. In our commentary, we have a nice of a professor in Italy, I think it was in Italy, and he was asking Prabhupada about the formalities. And, are you doing these Vedic things? Are you giving Diksha? Do you give Diksha to the women, also the girls? Yeah, yes. Then Prabhupada said, first we give Harinam Diksha, And then he says, when we see that people are properly advanced, then in Upadeshamrita, Prabhupada says, we actually initiate them. We give spiritual initiation. So this is second initiation, what we call, which is the actual initiation. But then Prabhupada says, but Jiva Goswami says, in this age, Harinam Diksha is sufficient. If you follow it, it'll take you all the way that the Gayatri Mantra will take you. It may even go more than what the Gayatri Mantra will take you, and so on. And Jayananda, one of our first gurus, in ISKCON, his Brahmin thread was black from automobile grease, and he said he forgot half the mantras or something else, but he was way, way, way beyond second initiation. He was, I think he was incarnation of Prahlad Maharaj. And other Tamal Krishna, other people, maybe was it Tamal Krishna Maharaj? It was one of them, Satsvarup Maharaj or Tamal Krishna Maharaj. They were all saying, if there's anybody in ISKCON who is an eternal associate of Prabhupada, it's probably Jayananda. So you get this opportunity to have association with senior godbrothers, and and you can judge them, them. So when they say Prabhupada said this, okay, Hansaduta had a certain character, everybody had their character. So I'm remembering one book that Sridhar Maharaj, Prabhupada's godbrother, and he had a very nice relationship with Sridhar Maharaj. It was, very congenial, and even when there was some like conflict or maybe envy from other people in the Gaudiya Math, Sridhar Maharaj was always, straightening them out. I think Prabhupada said one time that my godbrothers are like playing the triangle, bong, in the band, and I'm running the whole orchestra, and my Gaudiya Math godbrothers are just like so when his godbrothers heard that, so they went to Sridhar Maharaj, who was very, very serious, and they said, Bhaktivedanta Swami said this. He said, oh, he's going to let us play the gong in his band? Oh, this is very, very generous of him. Went away. So anyway, they extracted some of his lectures on comments on Guru, and it was called Guru and His Grace, and it was very nice. I remember a couple of them. One of them was, he says, in the beginning, because of our envy, we want to have as few gurus as possible, right? I have my guru, Prabhu. The temple president's in Maya, all the senior devotees are in Maya, everybody's in Maya, but my guru, right? My guru. It's just very, kanistadhikari, very materialistic and so on. But he said the actual reality is, tunadapi, suniche na, Torori Vasahishnuna Amanida Manadena. They were trying to see everybody as guru. That's the actual goal. And the more you're able to do that, then the more you're advancing and stuff. And of course, Krishna, Radha, they all want to be servants. And trying to take everybody else as servant and be servant. So as we're becoming purified, then we begin to see how everybody is our guru. The dog is our guru. I mean, who is it? Socrates, Shakespeare, Chanika Pandit, they all say it's better to have a wise man for an enemy than a fool for a friend. Yeah, maybe you know this. Yeah, so you meet somebody, one very famous atheist, he was always debating with one big theologian in Europe, quite some time ago. And the theologian died, and they told the atheist, and he started crying. And they said, well, he was always your biggest combatant. And he said, yes, but who will I fight with now? Who will I fight with now? So yeah, this, we have relationships, and Guru, today, Guru Tattva, is understanding, Sampradaya Acharyas, right? They're people who pass the Sampradaya along. Between Vishwanath Chakravarti and between Narottam and Vishwanath Chakravarti, I think there's 3 generations? Yeah, I've seen a list, and they're all Chakravartis. They're very nice people, but they're not Sampradaya Acharyas, So it doesn't have to be a Uttama Adhikari Sampradaya Acharya in every generation. Just people competent to pass on the instructions, to pass on the process. And then when Vishwanath Chakravarti shows up, they all go, hey, you're a Nityasiddha personality. Tell us what Narottam was saying here. And so with everybody's permission and authority, he's saying this, he's saying that. And in the Bhaktisiddhanta's song on the Parampara, it says that Narottam accepted, he wasn't initiated by him, accepted Vishwanath Chakravarti. So that's it. Parampara is a living experience. The first thing we see is, the telescope. There's the moon. Okay, everybody can see the moon. Okay, yeah. You don't see a pink crocodile like that when you look through it. Oh, it's a pink crocodile. You see the moon, right? Yeah. But now it's just more detail. It's very natural. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, this thing works. Yeah. And so when we look at Prabhupada, somehow or other, through his books, through his people who are following his process, with the help of the Paramatma, so many ways. We're very fortunate. Goswami Astaka Srinivas, I think when he finally got into the Parampara, Gadadhar Pandit, Nityananda, Advaita, they were all just dropping dead in front of him. Wherever he would go, he'd go to find them. Oh, haven't you heard? Gadadhar Pandit has left this world. Oh, God. It's like, first he was trying to find Nityananda and Advaita, and they said, oh, haven't you heard? They've left, Then he met Gadadhar, and Gadadhar said, I'll teach you everything, but I need Srimad Bhagavatam, and mine is completely destroyed from my tears. So he had to go back to Navadvip, get a copy, coming back, and people are leaving Puri, and they're all very depressed. What happened? Well, haven't you heard? No, Gadadhar Pandit has left his body. Oh, God. So he was going to kill himself. A little boy, I think, And so then in a dream, I think, Advaita Nityananda came and said, you can't kill yourself. You got to go to Vrindavan, because Rupa and Sanatana are there. So it's quite some distance from Puri, little guy. So finally he was very fortunate. He arrived on a big festival day. All the bells are ringing. He says, this is so auspicious. I can see Rupa and Sanatana. He said, what's the festival? Well, haven't you heard? Rupa and Sanatana have left their bodies. Oh, God. So you think you have problems. I assure you that, bigger deals are yet to come. And when he passed out, when he woke up, he was in the arms of Jiva Goswami and so on. So yeah, so he never met, Rupa like that and so on. And people don't meet Prabhupada. But yeah, I heard from Prabhupada's lips when he was in San Francisco. A reporter asked him, Swamiji, what will happen to your movement when you die? And now we can hear from my lips. Right? Prabhupada said, I will never die. I will live forever in my books. And so many people, they have that experience. I'll tell one story. We got a couple minutes here. Okay. Bhakti Bringa Maharaj, right? He was in India. And it maybe it may have been like 10 years ago, 15 years ago, like that. Some time ago, maybe 20, maybe like 2010 or something, 2005. So he had to get his visa renewed, okay. Now, if you know Indian bureaucracy, right, this is a process extending over hundreds and thousands of lifetimes to get something accomplished. Where is it? Was it Srinath? Krishna, yes. How many years are you on the waiting list to get a green card? 134 years he has to wait to get a green card. They put him on the list. So maybe maybe the next president will do something else. Hell, give them all. Have them all. Yeah. So anyway, he went to Delhi from Vrindavan. Then he found the government complex where the buildings were. Then he found the specific building. Then he found this specific room, and then he found this specific desk of this boy, maybe like, 22 years old or something, working away with all these papers and other desks around him, other people. And the building, it looked like it was built, when the Viceroy of India was still there or something. It was just, hanging there. And every afternoon they would stop for their tea break, and the rats would come and take their biscuits with them, and they talked to the rats for a while, and they would go away, Yeah. So one day he came up, and the boy's working, and he says, I want to get my visa renewed. And the guy looked up and looked at him and said, well, okay. Do you have a bank account? Did you do this and all that? You got to get this form filled out and this form filled out. You got to do this and you got to do that. He was looking at all this, and he was thinking, my gosh, this is going to take days. So the boy said, okay, look, I'll help you. So he locked up his desk and said, I'll be back, Rajiv. And he took him up this stairway and forced the guy to stop it and take care of this, and went down here and took him there. And the whole thing was finished in about 45 minutes. And they came back to the desk, and the guy opened it up, and he's sitting. He says, "You're a member of ISKCON. You're a disciple of A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, right?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "That's why I'm helping you, because," he said, "1 year ago I was so unhappy. I didn't know who I am, what is life, everything else." And he pulled out a Bhagavad Gita. It's about, again, 2005. And he said, I started reading A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami's, Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita. And now everything is so clear, and I'm so happy. So obviously, as somebody who belongs to ISKCON, I should help him like this, And he said, do you think if I wrote to Prabhupada, he would answer me? Yeah, it was like that. Very personal. He had to tell him, Prabhupada left his body in 1975, 76, right? 76. And it was like somebody just coming in and telling you, I'm sorry, haven't you heard? Shubhra was in an automobile accident, she's dead. It was, you see right now, even just like pretending or something is just like heavy, yeah. But so this was the same impact. It was just like somebody came in and said, Rajiv, I'm sorry, haven't you heard? Your father's dead. It was just, he just fell apart, and people are looking over wondering what's happening, So he had a completely personal relationship with Prabhupada through his books, because he was sincere. The Paramatma, was a go, Tesham Evanu Kampartam Maham Agyana Jam Tamaha. Krishna is there, he's there. And even Purports Prabhupada says this, So this is, Guru Parampara. It's a transcendental, it's being directed by the Paramatma, it's being directed by tangibly, by books, by external people. As you go on singing these songs by Srinivas, you start to connect with Srinivas, you start to understand what he was saying, you start getting realizations. Until you people, who we got here, Indavi, Hanumatpresaka Swami, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Gorkishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Jagannath Das Babaji. And who do we go next here? We got it's Bhagavad Gita, right? What is it, huh? Baladev Vidya Bhushana. I used to remember it then. Yeah. Then we go on up to Narottam, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Narottam, Krishnadas Kaviraj, and finally Lord Chaitanya. I used to remember it. You get past 75 years old, you got to refresh the stuff you want to remember. But it's very clear. Then once we get to Lord Chaitanya, and you can actually experience Lord Chaitanya, and these things were actually happening, then if he says that Krishna is like this, everything else, from Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, we can go, through the thing to Krishna. And so it becomes a very, very tangible experience. Looking at have you been doing any Bible scholarship, looking at the history of the Bible and these kind of things? Not much, okay. He's a so-called professor of theology, so-called. They're all specialists, right? Yeah. But you look at, there's so much modern Bible scholarship, and very, very, people, nice people, religious people investigating these things. I just found out recently the 4 Gospels, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, those names everybody knows those names are recent. Before that they were just the 4 Gospels. And they went along and then assigned these 4 names to them, Just the way people are. Almost totally fictitious characters, But yeah, but it's a living parampara that is coming down. People are following it. The basic principles are there. Prabhupada, are the Christians going back to the spiritual world? Yes, if they follow Jesus Christ, But Prabhupada, how will they know what Jesus Christ said? Some priest will tell them. It doesn't have to be complicated, no? Yeah, it's very simple, right? Yeah. And so that's it. We're coming down and acting as a Diksha guru. It's a formality, Can women give initiation in ISKCON? Are boys smarter than girls? Yeah. Are the gopis smarter than the gopas? Yeah. And you see, this is an eternal question. This is, it's fun. At that level, it's fun. They're always trying to carry on. But yeah, this is a fact. That there are formalities and things happen in a certain way. So Diksha Guru is a formality. Prabhupada said it's not without meaning, but it's a formality and so on. So I have almost no guru in my chart. I have almost no respect for teachers, anybody else, but I don't expect anybody to respect me either. I'm very much kind of pragmatic in these things, And other people, like Tamal Krishna Maharaj, my experiences of him, he was extremely formal person, a very formal person. We were almost exactly the opposite like that. And I was invited. I was in the temple room doing some program here in Dallas, and many senior men there. It was some program. He said, Goswami wants you to have breakfast with him. So I got up into the library kind of reception area, and there's a long table there, and all these senior devotees were there, grihastas, sannyasis, and breakfast was supposed to be at 8 o'clock, So 8:01, Tamal Krishna Maharaj walked through like Adolf Hitler or something, saying, "Gentlemen," and he walked right to the table, and everybody stood up, and then he sat everybody. The Supreme Grihasta was on the opposite end from him. And everybody was sitting, and I was about maybe 1/3 of the way down. I was just before it started to turn white. That was kind of like in there. And then there was 3 spoons, 4 forks, and everything else, and little plates and stuff, and like that. And we're all sitting there, and then he rings this bell, and immediately the door opens up, and 6 people come in serving like that. It was everything. Prithu loved it. It was just like, this is the way to live, German, precise, But I was just terrified, I started to pick up one. I was going to eat my grapefruit with my spoon or something, and Maharaj looked at me like, I put it down like that, little fork, and like that. So, oh God, yeah. And so then later the secretary said, Maharaj wants to see you at 2:35 or something, right? So I went in his office there. He was working. He said, please sit down, I wanted to tell you that I like you. Okay, thank you. Okay, yeah. And I've been investigating how you're dealing with my disciples. Okay, my spies are there. And it's very important for my disciples to get your association, that kind of thing, so on. So here's a donation for $50. So you don't have to go out collecting. It was some time ago. $50 was pretty significant and so on. But we had a very long relationship. Maybe I'll finish off with this here. Understanding everybody in their position. We're Amar Agnai Guru Hoya. We all have to become gurus. And understand our development in spiritual life. Am I Kanistadakari, Majjamadakari, Uttamadakari? Kanistadakari and Majjamadakari can accept disciples, but their disciples are not going to advance beyond their level. So everybody should accept an Uttamadakari as a spiritual master. So whenever I give initiation to people, because Prabhupada is your guru, everybody else, you might go, okay. I'm not going to initiate anybody who hasn't accepted A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami as their guru. But it's coming through Diksha. In this proportion like that, I've done another story. One devotee, he was temple president in London. He has his memories, and Shama Sundar was just taking money from the temple to go fly here, to go there, and do all these kinds of things, and without apparently too much result and everything else. And so devotees were becoming disturbed because the money was going like that. But nobody wanted to talk directly to Prabhupada about it because, he was so connected to Prabhupada in so many ways. So finally this temple president said he talked Rebati Nandan Swami into going with him and talking about this, and they went in and saw Prabhupada, and he started to tell his criticisms of Shamasundar, and Prabhupada turned to Rebati Nandan Swami and said, "Tell him to leave the room immediately." He said, "Prabhupada wants you to leave." He wouldn't even talk to him. So he went out. And then he asked Rebati Nandan, "What's Shamasundar doing?" Like that and so on. And then he did correct him, And then after that, this devotee was saying that when it happened, then he could see that, there was envy there. He was trying to, not because he wasn't his well-wisher. He wasn't trying to correct him because he wanted to help him, because he wanted to see him in a superior position. He was kind of to get revenge for things that he felt, were problems that had happened to him, like that, And then he got a very, very nice lesson very quickly. One should not get too close to or too far away from three things. You know what they are? You there. A king, a fire, or a Brahmin. If you get too close, you'll get burned. And if you get too far away, you derive no benefit. This is it. How to relate husband and wife, right? Wife is supposed to never say her husband's name, right? I heard that. I thought it was some Hindu thing, but I read it in Prabhupada's books. Wife, always says Prabhu or something. So there's etiquette. Yes, in Prabhupada's books. Yeah. And so even between husband and wife, there's etiquette. How the husband treats the wife, and so on. And these things are, in the beginning, they're just to keep us alive. Then later on, they become very delicate tools that we use and stuff, and very nice things that we appreciate. And at a certain time, we adjust them, and so on, So today, very, very, and that's my position, any kind of glorification that people are offering me, Maharaj, you're great. Maharaj, you're very great. Maharaj, you're not only very great, but you're also good. It's like, yeah, thank you. Yeah. You get different kinds of experiences here, But to me, it's just, I can see, I don't know, how many people here are born in the family of dog eaters? Okay. How many people here are born in the family of hot dog eaters? Okay. Yeah. How many people know what's in that thing? Yeah. So Prabhupada, Hansaduta said, Prabhupada made his generals out of mud. Look at the people and stuff. So here we are. And even now, sometimes I become irritated with my disciples who are not following my instructions, or not doing this and that. Then I think of all the years that Prabhupada has put up with me. And I think, okay, we'll go on here like that. So that's our situation. All of us, who has any qualities? Krishna has the qualities. And then we're trying to do a little bit. We can do something. And we have to do that. Jayananda said humility does not mean being artificially big. It also means not being artificially small. It means coming along and saying, this is what I can do. This is me. Okay. And I have to do it. And then you're as good as anybody else. Yes. So, I want to thank everybody for this opportunity to glorify the Parampara. Hare Krishna. So Prabhupada ki jai. Vaishnava Bhakta.
His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj ki. Maharaj, thank you for keeping the word you gave it to Tamal Krishna Maharaj, and come and give us your association. So Vatsal Prabhu will speak now, and followed by Sam Sundar Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So, Hare Krishna. Ohe Vaishnav Thakur. So Maharaj is certainly a Vaishnav. I remember helping Maharaj move out of his house after he came to the temple. Remember you used to have that white, I remember a white house. Yeah. I thought it was a whole house that you lived in when you first came. Yeah. Hare Krishna. Anyway, we have different memories. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So, and then Maharaj came to the temple in Berkeley and became the treasurer very soon afterwards.
Yeah.
And that was about the last time I saw him, because he was always hiding in the office. And if anybody came for money, what? You want money? No money. And and then he kept his head in the Upadeshamrita.
Yeah.
That was have you memorized that book by now? Pretty much. Because he always carried that around and was forever reading that.
Yeah.
And so anyway, Maharaj, I want to just thank you for always pointing us towards Prabhupada.
Wow.
And helping us develop our relationship with Prabhupada more and more.
Yeah.
And we can all have that relationship with Prabhupada, not just those who were here when Prabhupada was present, but as Maharaj perfectly explained today, Prabhupada's present in his books. So we can always associate with Prabhupada by reading his books. Not only can we do that, we should do that. It's a prerequisite for developing our Krishna consciousness. So thank you very much, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Wow. Wow.
Thank you, Vatsal Prabhu.
Jai.
Sam Sundar Prabhu will speak and followed by Chaitanya Charitamrita Prabhu. Yeah, all of us know him by CC Prabhu.
Jai. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama.
Thank you.
Okay.
Vancha kalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhayavacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaisnavebhyo namo namaha. Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Hanumatpresaka Swami iti namine. On this most auspicious day of the appearance of the great soul, like His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Swami, I humbly offer my millions of obeisances at your divine lotus feet. Learning about the lives of the great saint and witnessing their day-to-day activities inspired ordinary soul like us to accept and follow in the footsteps to achieve the most precious goal of human form of life, Krishna Prem. One time, one disciple asked Prabhupada that you have done so much for us. How can we satisfy you? And Prabhupada said, just accept what I'm giving you, follow it and distribute it. So Maharaj grew up in California and graduated in psychology from the University of California, 70, with minor in biology and electrical engineering. And Maharaj did his doctoral study at Chicago's Northwestern University. Maharaj is convinced that Western knowledge could be complemented by a deep study of Oriental wisdom. Shortly thereafter, Maharaj took vow as a brahmachari from A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada and took sannyas from His Holiness Bhakti Swarup Damodar Swami Maharaj in 1984. In addition to Maharaj's deep internal austerity, study and teaching Vaishnava philosophy, and Maharaj has lived as a perfect sannyasi, completely dependent on Krishna. Maharaj has firm faith in Krishna and always practice faith in Maharaj's life. As Rupa Goswami states in the Nectar of Instruction, Vacho Vegam Manasaha Krodha Vegam, Jihva Vegam Udar Upasta Vegam, Etan Vegan Yovisaheta Dira, Sarvam Apimam Prithvim Sasisya. A sober person who can tolerate the urge to speak, the mind's demands and the action of anger and the urge of the tongue, belly and genital, is qualified to make disciples all over the world. Whenever I dwell on these words, I remember His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj, who has completely imbibed and followed in a day-to-day life. Maharaj has lived very simple life, actually no demand, but ready to give everything. One time, I asked Maharaj, which will be your next destination? And Maharaj responded saying, Krishna knows it. When I get some donation, then I can plan my travel. So Maharaj has practiced very austere life and real example of the renunciate. Since 1990, Maharaj developed an extensive program of external lecturing and travel. This included work as the Associate Director of the Bhaktivedanta Institute, and Maharaj held an international tour with artists and musicians from Mayapur. And Maharaj has attended many prominent national seminars on science and technology, and Maharaj lectured at the highly esteemed Ricardo Palma University in Lima, Peru. Maharaj sadhana is also very inspiring, waking up every day at 1:17 a.m. And it's so nice, and I think I owe you a great respect that with your example, Maharaj, that I am able to wake up early in the morning, keeping yourself that Maharaj is up.
Wow.
I feel so fortunate that despite Maharaj's travel, he always finds time to chant and answer the question. Inspire us with message on the WhatsApp. Maharaj, we can easily reach you. I feel so fortunate to celebrate this most auspicious appearance of the Maharaj. On this special day, we beg mercy of Maharaj that we can also remain steadfast in our devotional practice and follow in your footsteps. Maharaj is extremely kind and always available through his instruction, association, preaching activity, and some correspondence. Therefore, any person who seriously desires real happiness must seek a bona fide spiritual master and take shelter of him. And the qualification of the bona fide guru is that he has realized the conclusions of the scripture by deliberation and is able to convince others of this conclusion. Such great personality who have taken shelter of the Supreme Lord, leaving aside all material consideration, should be understood to be the bona fide spiritual master. Maharaj's disciple also so well trained and nice to be in their association. And thank you very much for giving us a wonderful association of disciples in Houston. They are fixed in the mission of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and dear Srila Prabhupada. Also, I was reading about the Guru Parampara glorification, that every morning we sing Sri Guru Charana Padma. The lotus feet of the spiritual master is like a lotus flower. It gives so much peace, prosperity, and everything. And also, there was a description that the lotus feet of the spiritual master is so sweet, like a honey. And in Ayurveda, they say that if you have some impurities within your eyes, you put the pure honey in your eyes, and that will remove all this impure vision that we carry for so many lifetimes. So we feel like that you are like a honey we put in the eyes. It will give us the clear vision what we need to do in our life and follow in this footstep. I'm so grateful, Maharaj, to give me the opportunity to speak few words, and hope that you will always keep us at your divine lotus feet and see that the Houston Yatra can also flourish under your direction and guidance. Thank you very much.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shamasundara Sati jai. Hare Krishna. Oh my God.
Chaitanya Chaitamrita Prabhu, and followed by Radha Krishna Prabhu.
We met in Berkeley. He was visiting there and stuff. You know, one of our, along with Raghunath Puri. They were initiated in Los Angeles with Raghunath Puri, right? Yes. Yeah. Oh. 1997. Still here. You should go. Microphone. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Oh, nice.
Shakshadarvena samasta shastri.
Closer.
Shakshadarvena samasta shastri. Uktastasya bhavyateva sadmi. Kintu prabhurya prevatasya. Vande Guru Sri Charanaravindaam. The spiritual master is honored as much as Supreme Lord. He is the most confidential servitor of the Lord. This is revealed in scriptures and followed by authorities. All from a respectful basis under the lotus feet of such a spiritual master was a bona fide representative of Sri Krishna. Dear Maharaj Hanumatpresaka Swami, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Sri Prabhupada. Gurudev, let's take a moment of gratitude to reflect on the miraculous events of human life and gain shelter from the storms of material strife. The annual Vyasa-Puja celebration glorifies our gurus in the reality of disciplic succession, so we may reflect on time past, time present, so our future will ever last. Composing on such events enhances self-realization of the soul, and if carefully compiled, such offerings may bring our gurus a smile. When serving in separation, bani, and serving in direct association, vapu, we have subtle and direct instructions. These services reflect the essential achintya, inconceivable proponents of Vaishnava relationships, both infallible and eternal. Such an amazing gift. We have a drop of this understanding. It brings fulfillment to our souls, and we're connecting to the supreme goal. To adhere to these simple instructions takes a mind free of false conceptions. As some say, we need to lose our minds to understand the divine. Of course, some thought processes do come in very handy. On a subject of such great importance, the science of self-realization is a sober position. The facets of intelligence and honest intellectualism bring out the mind to uncharted realms with pure consciousness at the helm, an opportunity to further experience our ultimate goal in intoxicating us with the love from the super soul. Maharaj's instructions led us to Siman Banam, enduring us for the love of God. And for now, the levity, our current levity in our sad existence, may remind us of our distance. Even though we may ignore or rationalize it, your discrimination in such observations restores humor and gravity in a way that we may laugh at our own foolishness. Such calm deliveries in your mannerisms distance envy and anger, leading to a peace of mind and keeping us safe from false conceptions. Such are your manifestations. Daily sacrifices provide the foundation in every ashram. Clarity is needed in each level. Yet as we progress, the greatest dangers, comfort and familiarity, may diffuse our enthusiasm. This is the time to regain intelligence and keep sane, recovering our brain in association with devotees while we ascertain our Guru's merciful game. Your reminders convey the understanding that we can't escape love that's provided. We can only ignore it. This is the reason, as a spiritual master, you're so important. You're trained to keep the life and soul of love as it is. Sharing is expanding eternality with all elation and its intrepidation. Simply put, we should always face Sri Krishna's grace. We've opined our minds. Our conscience will remind us of divine and dedications you refine from Srila Prabhupada's times. We may engage in Yukta Viagra and turn a page for ISKCON's Raga. It is their boat to cross a most dangerous moat. Let's stay afloat, make some advancement to reverses and curses. You're aware of Maya, avoiding her lair, and being with you and living within your care. May we always remember and never forget our Guru, for Sri Krishna is with you. Otherwise, we're on a ship with no rudder and broken oars, becoming dullards and bores. This fate we don't need to take. By our association, we get that needed break. So the battle is near and we may fear. Yet remembering you steers us clear, for once Maya is done, the war is won. Thank you for your association, Maharaj.
So Prabhupada ki jai.
Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj ki jai. One request that we have many speakers, so please have it short, 3 minute maximum. And for the disciple, if they have written something long, we are giving it to Maharaj later on, so Maharaj will read it later. So please keep it for 3 minutes, short and sweet. So now Radha Krishna Prabhu, he is my godbrother and now he is also initiating spiritual master. So
I've stopped initiating, first initiation. Anybody wants initiation, I recommend Radha Krishna. He's a cool guy.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And after Radha Krishna Prabhu, our temple president. Oh, he's there, okay.
Yeah.
As Chaitanya Prabhu was saying, we have to keep it within the time limit. There's so many wonderful things we can say about you, Maharaj. But so what comes to my mind is Maharaj is always a joyful person, and he reminds me of the word susukam kartum avyayam. Yeah. So if you practice Krishna consciousness very nicely, it will come out, and you're always happy. I remember one time we were walking together and from the temple and through the car park. And when we were walking, all of a sudden Maharaj was, he put out his hand like that and he started to do this around the car park. And then he reminded me of the Pueblos, Iroquois, the Idaho, the Kamalut, all those native Indians. They do this eagle dance. So it reminded me, and it's very significant because they do the eagle dance because they asked the eagle is a messenger to the gods, so they wanted the divine intervention. So I was thinking, Maharaj is always our well-wisher, so he's asking the divine to intervene and help all of us who are very fallen. And in the same way, you've always been coming to Houston Temple, so much compassion for all of us here, and he has helped us with the academic area. And I was reluctant to even start the Bhakti Vaibhav program, but Maharaj kept pushing me, and then finally we did that and approved, and devotees became successfully educated in that. So, thank you for that. And his mannerism sometimes is amazingly and charming at the same time, and he's like a little boy. And I would think he's like a cowherd boy, actually. And there you go. Or maybe he's with Madhu Mangal, with all that. And he likes sweets. I've caught him many times going to the kitchen area and taking leftover prasadam and so on. I have to stop him sometimes and say, Maharaj, you can't do these things. He said, no, but this is Mahaprasad. It was in the altar, and now it's going to the trash, he was saying one time. And that really hurt me. So I was telling devotees, you better make sure it's all cleaned up. Nothing should be around. So anyway, I don't want to take up the time. So thank you, Maharaj, for everything you've done. And many times Maharaj would call me. Out of the blue, he would call me. And then he'd say, what are you doing? What are you doing? Tell me your program. And I'll tell him what I've been doing. And then Maharaj will say, yeah, this is what I'm doing, So then he'll speak for an hour or two, giving me his association. All right, an hour, not 2. Yes.
20 minutes.
So I felt that he cared so much for my spiritual growth. He was my well-wisher, and he still is my well-wisher. And I'm always waiting for you to give me a call.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Haribol.
Thank you, Radha Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, Maharaj is always kind, and he's associated with ISKCON temple for a long time. First time I met Maharaj was in '89, when Giriraj Srila came at our temple.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that first time when Tamal Krishna Maharaj had Giriraj Srila Abhishek, Maharaj was also present there. Thank you, Maharaj, for coming for many, many years. So our temple president, Sarang Thakur Prabhu, will speak, and followed by Jai Hari Prabhu.
Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bodhale Srimate Hanumatpresaka Swami Niti Namine Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhye Vachapaditanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo. Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj, he's the personification of a pure devotee. If you go through the 26 qualities, I always kind of think about him. He is kind to everyone, does not quarrel with anyone, fixed in the absolute truth, equal to everyone. He is faultless, charitable. I mean, he always donates. Whenever he comes to Houston Temple, he always donates to Sri Radha Nila Madhava. Mild, clean, simple, attached to Krishna completely, benevolent, peaceful, and has no material hankering, meek, steady, self-control, does not eat more than required, sane, respectful, humble, grave, compassionate, friendly, poetic, expert, and silent. Sometimes. But Maharaj is very kind, I mean, in terms of to all of us, whoever comes across his path. It doesn't matter whether he knows them for a long time or whether he just come across them. He's always very approachable and compassionate, and he cares for each and every person that comes across his path. And you can see in the quality of the devotees, disciples that Maharaj made. I mean, they also exemplify that same mood of caring nature and simplicity, all those qualities. I mean, actually, I almost they imbibe through Maharaj's mood, and we are very grateful to have so many of Maharaj's disciples association almost every year whenever he comes to celebrate his Vyasa-Puja, and we are very fortunate. And of course, Maharaj has been telling me for many years that is it 2024 or 2025, something like that. He is going to be. But as you mentioned in your class just now, I mean, you will live on in our hearts forever. And we are very grateful for your kind association. And just like Radhakrishna Prabhu was saying, I mean, he once in a while he just calls me and like goes on for
20 minutes.
At least half an hour to an hour. We discuss, and so much. I mean, he cares about so many different things, and he asks about so many different people. And we should do this project, and we should do this initiative. And he's always he wants to give and give and give, and so much. And so we are very grateful for your kind association, and we pray to Sri Radha Nila Madhava to bestow their kind blessings on you, and so that we can have your association for many, 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 many more years to come.
It's like a curse.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Nila Madhava ki jai.
Thank you, Sarang Thakur Prabhu. Jai Hari Prabhu will give, and then followed by Srikant Krishna Prabhu.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Srinath Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Jai. Wow.
Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Hanumatpresaka Swami Niti Namane Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasita Deshatarne. Maharaj, you're on the level of quantum physics. You're brilliant, inspiring, otherworldly, beautifully eccentric, tolerant, and caring. You say give bhav, not just information. So I'll try to paint this mental image of you spreading your love around. The last day of Kartik has always been a special day for me because of the Tulsi Shalagram Vivaha. Now it's even more special because of being in the temple with you. During the Guru-Astakam prayers, we pray to always remember the childhood pastimes of Krishna in our mind. And I pray to always remember this day with you. You stand directly on the marble lotus in the corner of the temple near your spot. Looking down at the flower, then up, you indicate that you want the lotus flower to transport you to Goloka Vrindavan. Beam me up, Scotty! Getting my attention, I see you move your lotus feet on the lotus flower, like playing on a Simon game. Left, right, middle, left. Memorizing the pattern while watching the petals light up, musing, we just need to press the right petals. One Mataji comes over to turn on the lights. With rapt attention, you watch her flick the switches. 1, 2, 3. You say, that's the code! We got it! Soothing sounds of the Chennai pervade the temple, rewarding those who make it to the end of the japa period. Prabhupada's curtain opens, skipping around in a circle to offer respects and then obeisances. You oscillate between Srimati Tulsi Devi and Srila Prabhupada before going to the Houston hallway, your wormhole de Espanol. Re-entering the space-time continuum of the temple, you pay respects to Srila Prabhupada, Sri Sri Radha Nilamadava, Lord Nrsingadev, and every deity on the altar. Then, twirling your cane and with a sideways step, you arrive to respect Mother Yashoda and Lord Damodar, who was bound with a rope of love by Mother Yashoda. To that Supreme Lord Sri Damodar, I offer my respectful obeisances. To the rope that bound him, I offer my humble obeisances. And to the cane of the great Avadut, Hanumatpresaka Swami, I offer my respectful obeisances. I pray that this cane can always hook me into devotional service to you and give me a handle to hold on to when you press 1, 2, 3 on the Divine Lotus flower petal portal, beaming back to Srila Prabhupada and the Supreme Abode. Jai Maharaj. Okay. So very fortunate and grateful to be your aspiring monkey. Jaya Haridas. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Srinath Krishna Prabhu, followed by Subra Mataji.
Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Prabhupada, all glories to you. It feels like it was just yesterday that we were celebrating your Vyasa-Puja in Krishna Balram temple. They were saying it was the quickest Vyasa-Puja in Vrindavan. Time has flown and lots of things have happened in the last 1 year. If at all we are sane and have not gone completely mad, it is due to your mercy and compassion. In the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, Uddhava, thinking of Krishna, tells Vidura, how shall he take shelter of one more merciful than Krishna? Being a bona fide representative of the most merciful Lord, you've been very merciful to us. You have guided us through difficult circumstances, giving practical instruction, but always emphasizing what the real goal of life is. In the purport to that verse, Srila Prabhupada writes, the Lord takes the least qualification of a living entity and awards him the highest reward. That is the standard of his character. Who else but the Lord can be our ultimate shelter? You opened your ashram to us last summer. You had arranged prasadam for us when we reached your ashram late evening. Not just that, you were even heating them for us and served us. You were very liberal with your time to us. You also kindly engaged me in presenting the nectar of instruction along with you. You would always start the class by singing, "O Hey Vaishnav Thakur," and I was not doing it. You texted me and asked, "Do you like the song? Should we sing it each session?" You could have very well told me that what to do, and yet you were gently asking me if I wanted to sing it. Not just tolerating us, you go a step further and are so kind to us, Titikshava and Karunika. To present NOI alongside you was a great challenge to me. It is your lifelong study, and here I was going to present every alternate week after you. I was experiencing the lines, Amito Kangal, Krishna Krishna Boli, Dai Tava Pache Pache. I was praying to you and Krishna to do the service properly. You were kindly guiding me from knowing who the audience was, what to present all the way, to how to make good PowerPoint presentations and which fonts to use. What that service brought along with it was weekly calls that I could have with you. You've given us access to a very clear lens through which we can see and serve Srila Prabhupada, the Guru Parampara, and all the way up to Radha and Krishna. You've taken our least qualifications and have awarded us the highest reward, the shelter of your lotus feet. Who else but you can be our ultimate shelter to take us back to Srila Prabhupada? We beg you on this auspicious day that we can be less of a burden to you and try to serve you better. Some years back, when we were speaking, you were talking about leaving the body in 2024. And I told you that we needed your association for a long time. And you replied, "You never know, you might leave before me." But I still humbly pray to Sri Radha Neelamadava, Sri Radha Kalachanji, your beloved Nrsingadev, and all their associates, if they so desire, to give us your Vapu association for a very long time. Your servants, Srinath Krishna Das and Divya Sri Devi Dasi.
Thank you, Prabhu, Subra Mataji, and followed by Guru Bhakti Mataji. Please make your offering 3 minutes or less.
I was just telling Maharaj that I'm not sure why they put me on top of the list. I'm usually the last person on the list for the offering. But, okay. Dear Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances at the dust of your lotus feet on this joyous celebration of your Vyasa-Puja. All glories to our beloved Srila Prabhupada. It is heartwarming to be here today in the divine association of yourself and all the devotees. Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila 1951. According to their karma, all living entities are wandering throughout the entire universe. Out of many millions of wandering living entities, one who is fortunate gets the opportunity to associate with a bona fide spiritual master by the grace of Krishna. By the mercy of both Krishna and the spiritual master, such a person receives the seed of the kripa of devotional service. This term, Bhakti Lata Bij, translates as the seed of the vine of devotion. This Bhakti Lata Bij is very special and is very rarely given. But somehow, by the grace of the Lord and a loving spiritual master, the living entity receives within his heart the Bhakti Lata Bij, the seed of devotion. This seed of devotion must be tended with great care. One must water the seed by serving the Lord and his devotees. One must receive proper sunlight through the chanting of the holy name, and one must dig out all the unwanted weeds within the heart: pride, lust, envy, anger, and so many others. It is indeed interesting that the plant in this metaphor of devotion is not a banyan tree, nor is it a divine lotus. Rather, it is a vine. What is the most important feature of a vine? It must always rest upon something else to grow. In this metaphor, that something else, or rather someone else, is the Vaishnava, devotees of the Lord, and dearest Maharaj, you. Maharaj, you teach us constantly how to dig out these weeds of lust, pride, anger, false ego. I love how you instruct us so lovingly and humorously, for example, to be the GBC of our japa bag. You repeatedly emphasize to tell everyone that we meet about Krishna. And through your personal example, you show us how to joyfully perform devotional service. With your spiritual guidance, your love, your grace, we rest upon you for our encouragement, our strength, our inspiration. This vine of devotion may wind up going up, 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 and possibly reaching the feet of the Lord himself. This is my only hope. This lowly servant is eternally grateful for your divine presence in her life, and I fervently pray to Lord Nishingadev to continue to protect you always. Your servant in training, Subra Devidasi.
Thank you very much. Guru Bhakti Mataji, followed by Sundari Radhika Mataji. So whenever the person is finishing the speech, the next person can start coming. That way we can save some time. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. I understand that one of the 5 potent items of devotional service, one is Bhagavata Sevaya. So when I think about you, I think about the Bhagavat Sevaya, the book Bhagavatam, and also the devotee Bhagavatam. Because you are in the footsteps of Vedavyas, you present these teachings from the Vedas and Vyasadeva's teachings in our parampara to a wide variety of audiences, both the in-house devotees and for those who are outside, making bridges, connecting different philosophies, and integrating everything leading up to Lord Krishna. And then in your personal example, as everyone has said, you are the perfect embodiment of the Bhagavatam by your behavior, by your qualities, how you interact with us. And most of all, you are so playful, just like the cowherd boys. Very playful yet deep, and you teach us in such a loving and fun way that one cannot resist studying the things and being in your association. So I thank you so much for being that Bhagavatam for us, and for so lovingly and mercifully bestowing your association to us, and pushing us along to develop that same attachment to the Bhagavat, both the devotee Bhagavat and to the book Bhagavat. So I'm very grateful to you, and I pray that the Lord and Srila Prabhupada will fulfill your innermost desires. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Sundari Radhika Mataji, followed by Kalpataru Mataji.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, on this glorious day of your Vyasa-Puja, I would like to express my deep, heartfelt gratitude to you for your mercy, association, and example. The symptoms of a sadhu are that he is tolerant, merciful, and friendly to all living entities. He has no enemies, he is peaceful, he abides by the scriptures, and all his characteristics are sublime. The tolerance that you have exhibited, that I have seen, is beyond my imagination. You truly care for people, and in course of caring for them, you tolerate them a lot without getting offended. You are very merciful and continue to show your mercy without demanding any respect, appreciation, or any return. Suhruda Sarvadehinam, you are a friend to all living entities. You give gifts to others, you sacrifice your prasadam for others, you sacrifice your time, health, and energy for the benefit of others. You wish well for others, no matter whose disciples they are. You have no enemies, since you follow the principle of not becoming the enemy of an enemy. Even if someone is inimical, you do not harbor inimical feelings towards anyone. You're always peaceful and joyful. I have never seen you otherwise. You implement scripture in a detailed manner in life and teach your students to understand and implement the scripture in their lives. Your characteristics are so sublime. On a personal note, I'm very grateful for the nourishment you have provided us through a couple of decades. You personally took care of us like a bird takes care of its eggs. You personally taught us many things in Krishna consciousness, some of them including how to boil the milk. Why should we not use the vegetable oil at Ekadashi? You personally taught us the scriptures, did Srimad Bhagavatam classes for us every day until we moved to Houston, handheld us through various bewilderments and difficulties we faced, planned our lives, and gave us the love that we don't deserve. We can never repay your debt eternally. I'm especially grateful to you for accepting my grandmother, who passed away as your disciple. Although she forgot everything, for a long time she didn't forget that through Hanumatpresaka Swami, through Srila Prabhupada, she can go to Panchatattva and the Hare Krishna mantra. When she passed away, the first sentence my mother said is, by the mercy of her Guru Maharaj, she passed away on Balaram Purnima. It is a miracle that someone who doesn't have any association could maintain attachment to the Lord and the holy name. There could be no other reason other than your mercy. I'm especially grateful to you for making us understand our goal clearly. I realized clarity of goal is the greatest benediction you bestowed upon us. Please protect us with your wings and allow us to serve you, your servant.
Thank you, Mataji. Mother Kalpadaru, followed by Radhika Raman Prabhu. In the 90s, we used to read Ravi Gupta's column in Back to Godhead magazine.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Maharaj, you bring so much auspiciousness to Houston Yatra. All the devotees love you for your simplicity, your wisdom, and your great sense of humor. What I did was I went around and asked several devotees if they can describe Maharaj in one sentence. And here is what they said. Some of, I didn't write all, but kind of summarized here. Maharaj is not of this world. He is completely transcendental. He does not walk, he floats in the air. Maharaj has tremendous knowledge. He makes scriptural knowledge easy to understand by giving practical examples. Maharaj is otherworldly. Maharaj is a perfect yogi. He wears very little, he eats very little, and he sleeps very little. Maharaj is very sweet and merciful. Maharaj is very funny, simple, and devoted. Maharaj is always in Vrindavan. We can especially observe that during Mangalarti. Maharaj is so simple that we don't even notice him. Maharaj makes the Mangal Arti come alive. Maharaj is extremely intelligent. He has mastery of so many subjects. And personally, I think Maharaj is a nectar of instruction personified. And last note, it is said in Srimad Bhagavatam, Prasangam ajaram pasam atmano kavayo vidhu sa eva sadhushu krito moksha dwaram apravritam. Every learned man knows very well that attachment for the material is the greatest entanglement of the spirit soul. But that same attachment, when applied to a self-realized devotee, opens the door of liberation. We pray to Shri Shri Radha Nila Madhav that we develop attachment to you, Maharaj, and make our life successful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. So Radhika Raman Prabhu followed by Hari Leela Prabhu.
Dear Gurudev, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, whose books and followers have changed this world. All glories to Srila Jiva Goswami, who built the philosophical and institutional foundations upon which Mahaprabhu's movement stands. And all glories to you, who provide a shining example of how to follow in the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada and the 6 Goswamis. With a heart full of gratitude, I offer you my humble obeisances on the auspicious occasion of Vyasa-Puja. More than 25 years ago, I sought shelter at your lotus feet. And even after all these years, I'm not certain whether I deserve to be considered your disciple. But what I do know is that in those 25 years, you have shaped my life in every way possible through your instructions and example. As I try to consolidate what I have learned from you, I struggle to contain it within the space of a single offering, but I will try my best. You have taught me that Srimad Bhagavatam has practical examples for every life situation we may encounter, that the nectar of instruction is a complete and concise guide to both practice and preaching, that we can chart our progress on the path of devotional service as an immediate reality, not just a future dream, that for a Madhyama Adhikari, every authentic cultural tradition offers opportunities for the cultivation of the human spirit, that Grihastha life can be an immense opportunity for advancing in Krishna consciousness as long as we have an exit strategy in mind, that Srimad Bhagavatam offers a scientific understanding of the psychological and physical worlds, that Srila Rupa Goswami provides the highest exemplar of devotional dramaturgy, that management begins with who am I and who are we, and then proceeds to other things, that a Krishna conscious person has no problems even when there are many problems, that austerity is joyfully performed, that the character of a sadhu is fully transparent and honest, that the most important ingredient in preparing prasadam is the consciousness that goes into it, that each of us has a unique and ever-growing service to perform, now and forever, that the most important thing the spiritual master gives the disciple is the right perspective for the spiritual journey, that intuition or the guidance of Paramatma is received through sense control, that devotional service is not about working harder, but working with the right attitude. There is so much more. This list barely scratches the surface. As you have often said, no disciple can hold everything that the spiritual master has to offer. I feel that acutely today. Perhaps the most important thing that you have taught me is that all the above gifts can be assimilated by taking sincere shelter of Krishna's holy names. Through our daily practice of chanting 16 rounds and performing kirtan, Krishna will tell us what we need to know, show us what we need to see, and give us the strength to do what we need to do. Gurudev, although Krishna has given me more than a person could ask for in this world, he has cheated me of what is truly valuable, abiding taste for his holy names. Or more accurately, I have cheated myself of this most valuable gift, being satisfied with all that is shiny but petty in this world. As in the story of the man who seeks the most valuable jewel from Srila Sanatana Goswami, I recognize that in order to receive this gift, I will need to give up my attachment to the shiny things of this world, Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, and Shri. And I have a long way to go in that. On this day of Vyasa-Puja, I pray for your mercy to make progress on this path so that I can prove worthy of the gift of Krishna's holy names. Arakabe nitai chander karuna hoibe samsara vasana mora kabe tuchha habe vishaya chariya kabe shuddha habe mana kabe hama herabo Shri Vrindavan. Your aspiring servant, Radhika Ramandas.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hari Lila Prabhu, and followed by Subal Sakha Prabhu.
Buildings. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Letter. This is your law. Keep it down.
Hare Krishna, dear Maharaj. Please accept our most humble obeisances on this auspicious celebration of your appearance day. It is an honor and privilege to express our feelings of gratitude, and you have given this opportunity for us. Thank you so much for that. On the very auspicious occasion of your appearance, we wish to offer our heartily gratitude for your very divine and loving and kind association. We are very fortunate to have you as one of our Siksha Gurus. All Vedic scripture glorifies the importance of sadhu sangha. Sadhu sangha, sarve shastra kahe, lava matra sadhu sangha, sarve siddhi hoy. Even one woman's association with a pure devotee can award one all success. Then what great fortune we have that you have so lovingly, patiently, and diligently given us your valuable time. Maharaj, thank you so much for your guidance and nourishing Bhakti Lata Bij with compassion and love. Last year in March, you were in Mexico for your preaching mission, and with your kind permission, we, Kuber Prabhu, Madhavi, and myself came there for your divine association. We first came to Monterey, the farm. Yeah. When we came, you gave us a welcome booklet handwritten by you, which is full of artwork as usual, but also full of wisdom, philosophy, and description of the Leela Smarana of Lord Krishna. I was so fascinated. This shows your state of mind that you are completely Krishna conscious now. Then we flew together to Mexico City. Many programs were arranged by Her Grace Govinda Pramodini Mataji is here. Thanks for that. You have encouraged me to give an introductory presentation for Sanskrit language, and with your kind mercy, all the programs in Mexico City were very, very successful. Your wisdom and art of presenting Krishna consciousness was really unique and very, very effective. We also had a chance to visit a running session in the Parliament House in Mexico. That was really surprising, Maharaj. Maharaj, your intelligence is beyond imagination. Your deep study of subjects enhances the preaching of Krishna consciousness wherever you go. Your scholarship and love for cultural activities are praiseworthy. Your deep, penetrating study of subject and philosophical insight is revealed in your lecture that we hear time to time. Now at the end, would like to, we wish and pray to the following personalities for your health, longevity, and good success in your preaching mission. Avadhuta Gadadhara Gaura Hare Vrusabhanu Sute Giriraja Sakhe Guruvarya Krupam Kurutadya Muda Subha Janmadinam Safalam Bhavatu. Everybody goes, Subha Janmadinam Safalam Bhavatu. Subha Janmadinam Safalam Bhavatu. So it means, O Avdut Nityananda, O Gadadhar, O Gaura, O Hari, O daughter of Vrisbhanu, Srimati Radharani, O dear friend Giriraj, O entire Guru Parampara, please happily bestow your mercy today. May this auspicious day of appearance be fully successful. Thank you, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hari Lila Prabhu. Subal Sukha Prabhu would speak, and after that Nitisara Prabhu would sing a song.
I don't know, Gurudeva, what I architect, but I don't know anymore, Gurudeva. Dear Gurudeva, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudeva. The way the scriptures have provided so much information about the qualifications of Guru and the disciples and their relationship. Especially in Bhagavatam it says, Acharyamam Vijaniyan, Sarvadeva Guru, Sarvadeva Mayo Guru. A disciple, whenever I think of this, I wonder if I am even qualified to be your disciple. Whatever the reason may be, you have showered your mercy onto me, and I will always be in debt to you for eternity. When I was a child, I was told that a teacher for a day is a teacher for life. But with you, I feel like I have gained a teacher for eternity. In Prabhupada's lectures, I always been inspired by these one-liners. Among these, my favorite is simple life and high thinking, and you are the living example of this. Anytime I feel my desires are increasing more and more, immediately remember your lifestyle and my desires subside. Whenever I feel knowledgeable and well-versed and proud, I immediately remember your humility despite your intellect, and my pride immediately subsides. I will never forget my first encounter with you before I even become your disciple, where we worked side by side to build a 90-foot tarp during the Neo Symposium. You were so kind and encouraging me too, and I was in awe on how humble you are or you were. And you are such an elevated soul, and you completed manual tasks alongside with me, who is undeserving of your association. This humility and kindness that you showered inspires me every day. You are my inspiration, and I don't know what I did to deserve a relationship with you as your disciple. I know for sure I don't have the qualification, but I have utmost faith in you and your teachings. Every day during Guru Puja, we sing, "From him ecstatic prema emanates, by him ignorance is destroyed." These words are befitting you. Anytime I was down and struggling, I reached out to you, and your kind words uplift my spirits, and I am completely enlightened by your teachings, which are so practical and can be applied to the situation. Anytime I think of this song, I remember you, especially as singing, attachment to his lotus feet is the perfection that fulfills all desires. And I strongly believe in it. I have so many wonderful memories with you during your visits to Richmond, and those were what I meditate to whenever I feel lost and am in need of some direction. I often think about our walks around our community and how you are able to see and connect Krishna with everything you see, a tree, a cloud, a pond, etc. Please, Gurudeva, please care for your health, as you are the inspiration for millions of souls like me, and I pray that we have the honor of celebrating many more Vyasa-Pujas with you in future. Your humble servant, Subla Sakadas and Krishna Pramod.
Thank you, Prabhu. Now there is a song by Niti Sara Prabhu, followed by Krishna Kripa Prabhu. Again, make sure that your offering is only 3 minutes, not more than that.
Suzanne T. He wears a grayish overcoat and pointed rubber shoes. His right hand holds his prayer beads. He's got no time to lose. Though many look upon him as an ordinary man, the master of the universe has got the perfect plan. He walks the New York City streets, his head is held up high, his umbrella taps the concrete, his heartbeat taps the sky. Though he ventures in the Bowery amidst the bums and garbage cans, the master of the universe has got the perfect plan. Poor man, some may think so, and elderly as well. Why has he crossed the ocean? What has he come to tell? He risked his life at sea just to greet this wretched land. The master of the universe has got the perfect plan. A handful of bohemians crowd inside his tiny room to hear the wise man's message, dissipating all their gloom. Unlike so many gurus who did not understand, master of the universe has got the perfect plan. His words are clear and simple and ring out like a bell. From where he has descended, no one can really tell. He talks about the blue boy holding flute within his hands, the master of the universe has got the perfect plan. "10,000 gestures may portray this man in saffron robes. 10,000 words describe him as he carves a sacred road. But who can measure out the love that moves this gentle man, the master of the universe has got the perfect plan." The master of the universe has got the perfect plan.
Thank you, Prabhu. Now Krishna Kripa Prabhu, followed by Sri Ramakrishna Prabhu.
Nitya Sar traveled into Europe with a band many times, you know, he has a group like that. Jai. Thank you so much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
So, this starts with a little bit of a disclaimer. However, I was looking for paper this morning and I picked up an envelope and I thought, well, you know, this is Prabhupada's example. But it fits really nicely. I'm not a writer. So, Jai Maharaj. I was asked if I would like to speak during today's festival, and agreed immediately, as that is what you do for an appearance festival, Vyasa-Puja. In fact, it's the most important part in the celebration, as it requires one to reach inside their hearts and find one's feelings towards another person. Then I was asked to please write it down, to keep it within the allotted time. So here are some words that can be used in his service by someone who does not have a writing phobia. That's a long story. We're not going to bore anybody with today. But here are the words. Attractive, beautiful, careful, caring. That's true. Delightful, effulgent, funny, grateful, knowledgeable, loving, memorable, neutral, ontological, our philosophy, right? Ontology. I keep mixing up with the cancer word. I'm not a writer. All these words just kind of jumble up in my head. But anyway, it's our philosophy. He knows it well. Personal, quiet, vocal, wholesome. Resourceful, steady, tolerant, unique, vocal, wholesome, excellent, because even though it doesn't start with X, the sound X is the same thing. And X is a really hard word if you're playing, you know, the alphabet game with your kids in the car. Youthful and zoological, which I think I made up. But what it basically means is that, and Prabhupada did this also, not many devotees do this, whenever you mention an animal that's being highlighted in one of the scriptures or anything, you can exactly mimic these sounds and expressions so that everyone gets it. And if you keep the attention to an audience, it's the most wonderful thing. But I see a lot in you, and you've always been very kind to myself, my family. You have my phone number now, so I expect calls. Very randomly and very long. I don't have a problem with long conversations. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Sri Ramakrishna Prabhu, followed by Kamal Mukha Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj, please accept our humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to you, Guru Maharaj. This is my first Vyasa-Puja offering in person, and I'm really grateful to be here to read it. I was floored by your austerity and humility when I got the opportunity to meet you for the first time in Chennai in 2016. I still vividly remember how small the prasadam box you had that you still continue to use. Krishna says in the 4th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, just try to learn the truth by approaching a spiritual master. Inquire from him submissively and render service unto him. The self-realized souls can impart knowledge unto you because they have seen the truth. I experience this every time I listen to Guru Maharaj, either in person or online. And if you're one of the fortunate souls who get the opportunity to associate with him in person, just by observing his actions, you can realize the purport of this verse. I am constantly inspired by your attachment to the holy name, the nectar of instruction, Radha Kunda, and service to Srila Prabhupada. I thank Krishna often for the day my brother, Srinath Krishnadas, met Radhikaraman Prabhu's mother, Arudha Mataji, on the main street of Logan, Utah, which has led me to be here today. You have been extremely kind to us with your valuable time, accepting visits to your ashram, replying to messages on WhatsApp, and writing back to us on the blog. We are eternally grateful for the effort you take to help us stay connected to you, despite the toll it takes on your eyes and your body. Even though our ramblings feel like an imposition on your most valuable time, you so kindly read through every word and reply to us with the perfect advice and instructions. You said once, your instructions to us are like algebra for us to decode and utilize according to the situation rather than arithmetic, which is situation agnostic. 2023 was a year of big changes. I got married to a nice devotee, followed by installing and worshipping their lordships Paramananda Gaurnitai, who you so kindly named and offered first Aarti to. We were so fortunate to visit you twice in Murfreesboro, where you were so merciful with your time and instructions. We also had your wonderful association at the Boise Rath Yatra. Your fidelity towards Srila Prabhupada's books inspires us every day to read his books. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj, for engaging us in the service of preparing the NOI verse book. I was humbled by how you patiently explained the minute details of fonts, styling, and design aspects of the book. We hope and pray that you engage us in your service life after life. I kindly request you to bless us so that we can chant, read, and serve you better in advancing Srila Prabhupada's movement. May we have the good fortune to celebrate many more of your Vyasa-Pujas, Guru Maharaj. Thank you, Guru Maharaj, your humble servants, Sri Ram Krishnadas and Vishaka.
Thank you, Prabhu. Kamal Mukha Prabhu, followed by Aja Govinda Prabhu, and followed by Anantarupa Prabhu.
So we're finishing this. It's just a collection of all the verses cited in Upadeshamrita, which of course are very, very simple, very important. And so we'll be publishing it soon. And it's very, very nice, Vaishnava verse book. They're skinny, small.
I was in New Orleans, so we had a bhakta named Bhakta Alan. He used to be our gift shop manager, and he always said, whenever I would ask him, who is your spiritual master, who you are aspiring from, so he always says, I want to take initiation from His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj. But I don't know that he ever made it or not. And then when I came to Houston, I had the fortune to perform the fire sacrifice for Jiva Goswami when he took initiation. That was I don't see Prabhuji here anymore. So I was able to come close to Maharaj. And I guess his guest Sarang Thakur Prabhu explained the 26 quality of an elevated soul. So I can only pick one that I like the most is pure devotee, also poetic. Maharaj, often I heard from him one the way he's phrasing different nations, and he relates to Krishna consciousness. Germans are mechanics. French people know how to love. Americans are innovation, and Indians are into spirituality. So very simple way Maharaj relates to the audience when he gives Sunday class. Also your simplicity and your appearance is the perfectly what Bhagavatam described to sadhu, who is I guess Kapil Dev explained this verse in Bhagavatam that Surida Sarva Dehinam, that he is a friend of everybody. Maharaj, being a guru, being a ISKCON leader, he mixed with us like our friend. Sometimes Sunday Feast Kirtan, Maharaj goes like this, dance. One Sunday I saw him like 2-3 Sundays back that Maharaj listening in this Sunday class and listening his own disciple Sri Vyasa-Acharya Prabhu giving class. I was amazed, and that was the top topic of our discussion in our Bhakti Vriksha group in North West, that how Maharaj is so humble. I asked Sri Vyasa-Acharya Prabhu, you are so blessed. Your guru is sitting and listening you. And then Prabhu said Maharaj likes to be present in Sunday feast because it is very important. Our presence in Sunday feast, we come to Sunday feast, but are we able to inspire even one single soul to take Krishna consciousness? Then our Sunday feast is perfect. So Maharaj like to be in the Sunday feast because it is important that we preach. Even if we can inspire one devotee to take Krishna consciousness, that will be equal to 1,000 Sunday feast. So I'm so proud, and I'm so happy to be one of your nephew, and I'm so proud also about Krishna consciousness movement, that we have so many gurus. So I thank you, Maharaj, for being and also giving your so much time to Houston community. For my children, you are a great example. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj ki jai.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Aja Govinda Prabhu, and followed by Ananta Rupa Prabhu.
Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. I would first like to offer my obeisances to all the senior devotees here who have inspired me, and also all the local devotees. And let me Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Vishtaya Bhutale Srimate Hanumatpresaka Swami Niti Namine. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances unto you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and your glorious service unto him. I sincerely feel very blessed to be able to receive the mercy and association of your holiness, and to be involved in some capacity in your great mission of academic outreach and educational programs. I am forever indebted and thankful to your mercy on a soul like me for keeping me involved in your glorious academic preaching somehow. I felt very inspired by your Light of the Bhagavata lecture in ISKCON Houston. You have laid down the framework for academic outreach and have inspired us to continue preaching Prabhupada's message in our own unique ways based on our fields or areas. It is your kind inspiration that allowed me to organize scientific preaching seminars and publish articles in the Bhaktivedanta Institute. By your mercy, we reach out with Srila Prabhupada's message in scientific jargon. I hope to continue to serve you and Srila Prabhupada in this glorious tradition by learning from you and all the senior devotees in your mission. Humbly begging for your mercy, your aspiring servant, Aja Govinda Das.
Thank you, Prabhu. Ananta Rupa Prabhu, followed by Ramakrishna Ananda Prabhu. Our prasadam time is 1:15, and I'm pretty sure we're going to make it at that time, so please listen, all the offerings.
Vanchakaprusa Kripasani Vichapatitanam Pavnebhyo Vaishnave Namo Namah. Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet on this most auspicious occasion of your Vyasa-Puja. All glories to your beloved Srila Prabhupada and Lord Nrsingadev. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Vamandev insists that Bali Maharaj just give him only 3 paces of land. Tasmat Rene Padanya Eva Vrinetvad Varadrashrabhad Etaviteve Siddhoham Vittam Yavat Prayojanam. Therefore, O King, from you, the best of those who give charity, I ask only 3 paces of land. By such a gift, I shall be very pleased, for the way of happiness is to fully satisfied to receive that which is absolutely needed. Reading this verse from the Bhagavatam, I realized you are the embodiment of simple living and high thinking. You are the embodiment of living in 3 spaces of land, which signifies, as the verse says, being satisfied in only what is absolutely needed. Earlier this fall, I had good fortune of visiting your Nishrama ashram in Boro and spending a few days in your close association. I had heard of the ashram and its frugality, but I was really amazed when I actually saw it and lived there for a few days. Even though the trailer ashram has 3 small rooms, you had occupied only 1 room, and within that, your personal space was only 3 paces. With your mystic powers, you could have taken 3 large spaces, but indeed, there were 3 small spaces. The rest of the room belonged to your beloved Lord Nrsingadev. In those 3 paces was your simple mat and sheets as your bed, and your salesman hard case that inside it had office paraphernalia, and on the outside served as your writing table. It reminded me of the early days when Srila Prabhupada would use his steel trunk as his table while sitting on the floor. From your first visit to Boise in 1988, more than 35 years, to the last one in September of 2023, in all those 35 years of saintly exalted association with you, I observed that sometimes you did come to Boise with large suitcases or 2, but those had brochures, books, etc. for preaching, and your personal belongings were still 3 pairs of clothing. You never asked for any comfortable setting for yourself. No matter how big your room was, you were always happy with the 3 paces of land. Same is true for prasadam, 1 small container and 1 small water pot. We would lay out several dishes. You would look at them appreciatively, smell the aroma, and when the time would come to put those delectables, you would skip them, saying you had eaten them by looking and smelling them. And just 1 or 2 simple dishes, just enough to fill your small container. However, sometimes there were 2 exceptions, a few samosas and a few peanut burfis. Other examples I observed, reusing envelopes, not wasting any paper, writing on both sides and filling it up entirely, keeping your Hanuman Express dispatch size so it will use only 1 postage stamp. As Lord Krishna says, Mana prasadam prasada swamityam maunam atma vinigraha bhava sanshuddhiryase iti etat tapo manasyam uchate. and satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, self-control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of the mind. Arjuna had said, the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. O Krishna, and to subdue it, I think is more difficult than controlling the wind. And in reply, Lord Krishna had said, O mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb the restless mind, but it is possible by suitable practice and by detachment. Your life is a shining example of how one can control the mind by suitable practice and detachment. All glories to you, all glories to you. Please shower a few drops of your mercy on me so I can start to detach myself from all illusory world. Your insignificant servant and admirer, Anantrup Das.
Thank you, Prabhu. Ramakrishna Ananda Prabhu, followed by Devendra Prabhu, Devendra Krishna.
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते हनुमत्प्रेषक स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणी। Thank you, Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to you. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity to give my offerings to Maharaj on the auspicious Appearance Day celebration. Happy Krishna Conscious Day, Conscious Birthday, Guru Maharaj. Dear Gurudeva, you are so merciful on all of us. Guru Maharaj, I am very fortunate that I had your personal darshan and association couple of times in Richmond before I became your disciple. March 13th, 2020 and April 16th, 2021. Maharaj, you have ocean of wonderful qualities. In that, really inspired me is your morning sadhana. Maharaj, in any situation, any condition, you never missed your morning sadhana. With your blessings and instructions, I have started attending your Mangalarati call every day. It is all your mercy that it helped me in improving my morning sadhana. But every time, whenever we are feeling little down and a little lazy or something like that, Maharaj, we are remembering your screenshot, morning your wake-up time, 1:17 a.m. So that is so much inspiring, Gurudeva. Gurudeva, I still cherish that Nashville trip moments, the fatherly affection and care that you have shown by asking our travel updates like where we were and how was your journey, like these things. When we were traveling from Richmond to Nashville, I will never forget your hospitality when we were in Nashville Ashram and the precious time that I spent with you. I am indebted to you, Maharaj, for your causeless mercy on us. I am praying Narsimha Bhagavan for continuous your protection. Thank you so much, Guru Deva. Your insignificant servants, Nalini, Ramakrishna, Anandadas and kids.
Thank you, Prabhu. Devendra Krishna Prabhu, followed by Nanda Braja Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances unto your lotus feet. On this very auspicious day, I would like to thank Gurudev for all the mercy you have bestowed upon me by accepting me as your disciple. It's all your mercy on fallen soul that because of you, we are able to do little service to Sri Radhanil Madhav and their associates. Please always keep me in shelter and allow to do service. Whenever I see you, Maharaj, either early in the morning when you clean the prasadam table yourself in the pujari kitchen, taking prasadam, sitting on the ground with devotees, standing in line for the prasadam, I always feel you are the true example of Tanadapi Sunichena, Tarorapi Sahishuna. Please shower your mercy so that we can also get little of your so humble mood. I pray to Gurudev today, bless this low servant so that I may become humble and chant attentively, developing more care for Nama Prabhu and serve with the correct attitude, always remembering my position as a Das. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Nanda Braja Prabhu, followed by Brajaraj Krishna Prabhu.
Not too many, but one where my coach got to call me a hot dog. You know the story. Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. In the Nectar of Instruction preface, Srila Prabhupada says that advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the follower. There are two wonderful examples we've seen from you in your attitude that show us the great qualities of a Vaishnava and your unalloyed dedication to Srila Prabhupada. First is your attitude that everything is for Srila Prabhupada and for the Guru Parampara. You have no desire for personal gain. Your service is only in the perspective of how best to serve Srila Prabhupada. Secondly, we've heard from you, we only hope for a better Sankirtan body. From this, we understand your pure desire to continuously spread Srila Prabhupada's Krishna consciousness movement and to deepen the surrender you have for him, the deep surrender you have for him. In the Nectar of Instruction, verse 3 purport, Srila Prabhupada says, in the Krishna consciousness movement, we require everyone to rise early in the morning by 4 a.m. and attend Mangal Arti, or morning worship, and then read Srimad Bhagavatam, perform kirtan, and so forth. The full morning program. You never miss full morning program. We see that in your heart is the instruction of Srila Prabhupada and your determination to follow those instructions. In the same purport, Srila Prabhupada says, thus the devotee can understand that since nothing is independent of Krishna's energy, everything should be dovetailed in his service. Our understanding is a Vaishnava is not cripple-minded. A Vaishnava is very liberal, in that they are always seeking how to use Krishna's energy in the way to best serve him. You show this in your preaching and on all of your activities, from your use of puppets, to movies, to dramas, to your Carl Jung preaching. And not only do you show this by example, but you are encouraging us to find our niche. What are we attracted to that we can use in Krishna's service? Guru Maharaj, your great eagerness to understand the literatures given by the past acharyas, as seen by your eagerness to follow the instructions given by Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Prabhupada, certainly makes you eligible to understand the transcendental activities of Radha and Krishna. Thank you so much for the great enthusiasm that you give me. It is such an amazing, gracious gift that I receive from you, giving me the intelligence on how to serve Krishna best. I thank you kindly for the example that you give by being a great follower of Srila Prabhupada. I get a great amount of confidence to follow the footsteps of the previous acharyas, seeing your great example. I pray, O Krishna, please be merciful unto me. Please make me qualified in a way that I may be, that if my spiritual master so desires, that I may be offered, he may offer me unto the lotus feet of his divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, your servant Nanda Braja Das.
Hare Krishna. Brajaraj Krishna Prabhu, followed by Subhadra Mai Mataji. Just a second, Prabhu. Just bring the table here. Okay. Can you go any closer than that? Okay, bring that over.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. Please accept our humble obeisances, then pranam to your lotus feet. Please accept my humble obeisances and kindly forgive my offenses. All glories to Srila Prabhupada and all glories to you on the auspicious day of Vyasa-Puja. Although I am an insignificant and full of faults, by your causeless mercy, I got initiated in last July and got the name as Brajaraja Krishnadas. 2023 year is very big milestone in our journey. We got Gaur Nitai deities with the name of Dayal Nitai Gauri Chandra, and you renamed them as Dayal Nitai Chaitanya Chandra. And I got initiation, and right after initiation I got your mercy to come to the Nashville ashram for Light of Bhagavata Symposium. We always cherish your memories throughout our Richmond Yatra days and Harinam Sankirtan on the downtown and morning Mangalarati days. We always cherish those days and Japa walk. Those all your association impacted us positive vibes in our sadhana. I am trying to serve Srila Prabhupada mission by serving in the temple and book distribution as per your instructions. Please give us strength and mercy to do more and more in the Srila Prabhupada service of the mission. We beg your lotus feet to give us mercy to chant enthusiastically and do without any offenses. I pray Radha Nilamadhav and Narasimhadev to give you the good health and long association for us. Thank you very much, Guru Maharaj. Your humble warrior, Brajaraj Krishnadas, Priya and Sahasra.
Thank you, Prabhu. Subhadra Devi, and followed by Shyam Krishna Gopal Prabhu.
Dear Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All gracious Srila Prabhupada. Thank you very much for taking me on tour with you. It was an incredibly transformational experience. I was able to meet with so many wonderful devotees who are serving you through various preaching projects. During the tour, you gave me such dumbfounding, lifelong instructions and projects, which expanded my vision for my life. On my own, I never would have dreamt of such exciting and incredible projects. I don't think there can be a more coveted blessing than to be considered worthy of being bestowed a vision for my life. Your merciful glance shows us not just who we are, but also our path and our role on that path. Your relationship has helped me comprehend the meaning of Brahmanda Brahmite Kon Bhagyavan Jeev, Guru Krishna Prasade Pai Bhakti Lata Bij. Your glance is so incredibly empowering that even the greatest obstacles can be overcome. Thank you so much, Guru Maharaj, for this relationship. We only hope and pray to Krishna to be able to fulfill your vision for us in this lifetime. I cannot fathom my fortune. All this shows how deeply you know me. What greater blessing can I ask Krishna for? Your instructions are now my goal of life. I don't think there can be a better feeling than growing up under your guidance and now be applied to your projects. I feel like in some way your holiness and Krishna have prepared me my whole life for serving you. There is much to be learned and accomplished, and that's the most exciting part. Your servant, Subhadra Mai.
Thank you very much. Shyam Krishna Gopal Prabhu, followed by Chitra Sakhi Devi.
Maharaj. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Maharaj, please accept my most humble obeisances to the lotus feet, or maybe like you tried to, in your humble humor, your pies de lobo, or or the lichuk. I prefer lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. I had the opportunity to meet you in the first time to Zoom class to Good News in Dominican Republic. What is a very static classic. I love your special touch with your disciples. The 4 morning programs to your Latin disciples is a perfect example of that. How is important to your disciples follow a proper sadhana. And this is because your teachings. I love your sense of humor and your joy. And this process is a characteristic and advances the body. The joyful Krishna consciousness always brings happiness. Is carried properly, and you are the living example of that. I remember when you gave us to me and my wife the instruction to read the story of Kardama Muni and Devahuti from Srimad Bhagavatam. I'm eternally grateful for this instruction, and I hope you continue to receive. I receive your blessings and instructions, then are like water in this arid desert of the material world. Your eternal servant, Sri Krishna Gopal.
Thank you, Prabhu. Chitra Sekhe Devidasi, followed by Kshitij Kapoor.
Hare Krishna, dear Guru Maharaj. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, and all glories to you on this auspicious occasion of your Vyasa-Puja. Due to my imperfections, I'm not very good at writing, Guru Maharaj, so please forgive me for any shortcomings in this offering, where I try to glorify you using my insufficient words. Firstly, thank you so much for showing us the example of an exceptionally humble Guru. I always remember this verse from the Bhagavad Gita whenever I think about you. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 3, verse 21. Yadyadacharati shreshtas tattadevo taro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokastadanu vartate. Srila Prabhupada in the purport says that the world requires an ideal leader, Acharya, who teaches people by practical behavior. I have learned from you how to maintain relationships with every devotee and non-devotee. You easily have conversations with every person you meet and inspire them with your wisdom. This was very evident when you graced the Boise Rath Yatra festival. One of my friends who I had invited to the Rath Yatra was very eager to talk to you and was extremely fortunate to have a long conversation with you. He also started reading the nectar of instruction that you had gifted him. In the end, he told me this: you have found yourself a wonderful spiritual master. At that moment, I was reminded that I am a very fallen soul, but I'm also extremely fortunate to be under your merciful shelter. I realized the need to become a strong, responsible devotee and felt motivated to spread the spiritual science whenever I get a chance to. Guru Maharaj, I'm always inspired by how enthusiastic you are despite your health difficulties. And I'm amazed by how you talk very bravely about death in many of your blog post responses. Although I'm not yet brave enough to think about death, I do gain strength by thinking about you whenever I am sick. This last year, when I faced health difficulties, I could get through them and still focus on my sadhana because of the example you have set, Guru Maharaj. Finally, I pray to Krishna, Radharani, and Srila Prabhupada to always keep you in good health, to continue to enlighten us. And please forgive me for all of my unintentional offenses, and shortcomings. I beg for your mercy to become more qualified to serve you better. I have a deep desire to be of useful service to you, Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much. Your very fallen servant, Chitrasakhi Devi Dasi.
Thank you, Mataji. Kshitij Kapoor, and followed by Panda Vijay Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Maharaj Ji. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna Maharaj Ji. Actually, after hearing all those offerings, my offering is very simple. So, but all glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to your services to Srila Prabhupada. Please accept my humble obeisances in the dust of your lotus feet. Maharaji, you are my Shiksha Guru, and I have learned so many things from you. If I look back in my 40 plus years life on this material planet, it is my topmost highlight of my life that I met you. Our whole family is so grateful for your blessings and mercy on us. I want to narrate one incident. One time I was preparing for my board certification examination, and I was finding hard to find time for studying after work, chanting 16 rounds, and during other deity worship at home. So I thought I should meet you and tell you and get your permission from you to reduce the number of rounds until I finish my exam. So I went to Maharaji, and Maharaji looked at me and told me, Krishna will never tell you to do anything which you cannot do. So on that day, Maharaji, you saved me from falling down. I have so many sweet memories of you, Maharaji. Harilila Prabhuji, actually, we are very close to Harilila Prabhuji and his wife, and he told me that he has lived with Maharaji, he has traveled with Maharaji, and he has never met any Maharaji like him. He's so humble, and he's so sweet, and he's so down to earth, and he's so simple. Maharaji, with the Krishna's arrangement, somehow you're always there in our most important events of our life, whether my son Shridama was born, or when we bought our first house, you were always there to bless us. I personally feel that I have no qualification to serve you, but I want to serve you one day. I hope that one day I will get your mercy to go to the next phase of Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj ki Jai.
Thank you very much. So now we have Panda Vijay Prabhu, followed by Rupanuga Siddhanta Prabhu. We have only 3 people left, so be patient.
Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimati Hanumatpresaka Swami iti namine. Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale, Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunivadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Om Agyanati Marandasya Gnananjana Shalakya Chakshurunmitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Gurudev, please accept my humble obeisance onto your lotus feet. Wishing you a very happy 76th birthday. Pray to Shri Shri Radhanila Madhav for your good health, and I'll try to speak as fast as I can to meet the 3-minute limit. Shri Gurudev, it has been close to 12 years since I had the opportunity to attend your Vyasa-Puja in person. Even though as part of our yearly tradition in Seattle, we conduct the combined Vyasa-Puja, being here in person to offer an insignificant offering, I'm elated beyond words. First and foremost, by any means I'm not qualified to glorify your holiness, however I'll attempt to do so on this auspicious day, and beg for forgiveness for any offenses I may commit during the offering. Mantra Guru Arayata Siksha Guru Gana Tanahare Charane Age Karya Vandana. I first offer my respectful obeisances to the lotus feet of my initiating spiritual master or all the instructing spiritual masters. As stated in the above quoted verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela 135, Srila Jiva Goswami in his thesis Bhakti Sandarbha has stated that uncontaminated devotional service is the objective of pure Vaishnava, and that one has to execute such service in the association of other devotees. By associating with devotees of Lord Krishna, one develops a sense of Krishna consciousness, and thus becomes inclined towards the loving service of the Lord. If one develops love for Krishna by Krishna consciousness activities, one can know the supreme absolute truth But he who tries to understand simply by false arguments and logical arguments will not succeed, nor will he get the taste of unalloyed devotion. The expert spiritual master knows very well how to engage his disciples' energy in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. Thus, he engages the devotee in a specific devotional service according to his special tendency. I've been extremely fortunate, Srila Gurudev, to have your association for the past 24 years. I'm simply unable to express through words the love and affection you have showed towards me and my family, and helping us progress in Krishna consciousness. As we just read from Adi Leela 135, you've always emphasized the importance of associating with devotees and developing loving service towards the Lord. To help me develop the transcendental taste, you have guided me to apply the energy in taking up deity worship and practice that very regularly. Etavati eva susrusha karya pitari putrakaya vadam iti anumanyate gauravena guror vachaha. Sons ought to render service to their father exactly to this extent. One should obey the command of the father of the spiritual master with due deference, saying, "Yes, sir." In the purport is clearly instructed that a disciple should accept the words of a spiritual master without its hesitation. As a man cannot separate his life from his body, a disciple cannot separate the order of the spiritual master from his life. The disciple follows the instruction of the spiritual master in that way is sure to become perfect. Srila Gurudev, you mentioned many times in your classes that if in this lifetime, if your disciples want to attempt trying to please you, your instructions are very simple, which is take up a service and render that very sincerely and seriously. For the past 24 years, with your causeless mercy and guidance of my Siksha Guru as well, His Holiness Harivilas Maharaj, I'm trying to make an attempt to serve the Lordships. Despite you having serious health issues, you always inquire about your disciples' health, well-being, progress in their sadhana, and the service they're rendering. Though you've been highlighting over the past 10 plus years that as per your astrologer, you leave this material world in 2024, Odana Shashti, when my godbrothers recently reminded me about this, and when they invited me to the Vyasa-Puja, I was totally in disbelief that we are already in 2024. Srila Gurudev, we need you, your guidance, your causeless mercy, so that we can continue to progress in the spiritual path and do our best efforts to follow your instructions and serve you. Pleasing you by following your instructions will be the greatest gift we can offer you on your Vyasa-Puja. Bala haile paila tumi parama purushartha, tamare premate ami hailan kritartha. What we would like to hear from you is, it is very good, my dear child, that you have attained the supreme goal of life by developing love of Godhead. Thus, you have pleased me very much. I'm very much obliged to you. According to the revealed scriptures, if a spiritual master can convert even one soul to a perfectly pure devotee, his mission in life is fulfilled. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur always used to say, even at the expense of all properties, temples, and matas, if I could convert one person into a pure devotee, my mission would be fulfilled. It is very difficult, however, to understand the science of Krishna, what to speak of the developing of love of Godhead. Therefore, by the grace of Lord Chaitanya, the spiritual master, a disciple attains the standard of pure devotional service. The spiritual master is very happy. The spiritual master is not actually happy if the disciple brings him money, but when he sees that a disciple is following the regulative principles, advancing in spiritual life, he's very glad and feels obliged to such an advanced disciple. I sincerely pray to the Lordships to give you good health and beg to the Lordships that the astrologer's prophecy does not come true, such that you can continue your preaching activities across the world and we can continue to get your association mercy to improve our sadhana. Your fallen servants, Panda Vijay Das, Premamai, Diksha and Krisangi.
Thank you, Prabhu. We have only 2 speakers to go. Haribol. Can the kids keep it down? And it's not kids' fault, it's parents' fault. So please, we have only 2 people to go. Rupanuga Siddhanta Prabhu, followed by Abhay Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam, Srila Gurudev. Maharaj has somewhat just introduced me to be a rascal, which is a fact. So, Maharaj, I remember you on those days in 1990s when I was in Vrindavan Gurukul, and Maharaj would take us for the sports. So we used to ask Maharaj, where do we go? He said, follow the big monkey. So we were a lot of boys there in Vrindavan, and we would just follow wherever Maharaj went. So after that, I had migrated to United States, and I was in Phoenix. So Dasaraswata Prabhu as I was giving classes, he said, you need to be initiated to give class, not just be a scholar. Although I had the opportunity of learning the scriptures in the Gurukul. So I told Maharaj, I told Dasrath Prabhu, I don't know anyone yet. I have not made my mind. Although I have a lot of teachers from Gurukul, I have nobody in the mind. He said, let's go to Tushan. So I don't know where he was taking me. So he said, here I brought you a spiritual master. So first thing that came to my mind was, in Gurukul, he said, just follow the big monkey. So even today, dear Guru Maharaj, if I can follow as a small monkey, because you always claim yourself like a Hanuman, we always thought Guru Maharaj was a Hanuman because that's the way he presented to us in Gurukul also. So the Shastras explain to us in Srimad Bhagavatam, Maharaj Yudhishthir says to Vidura that a devotee is a walking holy place. So wherever the devotee goes, he makes tirtha kurvanti tirthani swantastena gradavrita, because he carries the holder of great gada in his heart. So dear Guru Maharaj, I would say that I'm your offender, that I was not in a regular connection with you, because I'm very bad at social media, although I had a follow-up where you were and your mercy was there. And recently I had a fortune of meeting you at Richmond along with my family. And I realized that a spiritual master sees the service opportunity where a living entities like me don't see. So when I told Maharaj that I do a ice business and a water business, he said put some Radhakund water inside. So I could have thought that long time, because that's what I was doing. But being a pure devotee, he could find the service of Krishna where I never even imagined of. So dear Guru Maharaj, hope I can be that rascal small monkey, as you always said, that follow the big monkey in this life and make my life perfect under your guidance. Thank you so much for accepting this rascal as your disciple. Hare Krishna.
So Abhay Prabhu, and then we'll finish with Sri Vyasa-Puja Prabhu, who has organized such a beautiful program with his family.
I wrote it down. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Hare Krishna Maharaj. Dear Hanumatpresaka Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances at your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Maharaj, with this offering, I would just like to thank you and express my heartfelt gratitude. Firstly, I am grateful for your classes. It is always so enlightening to hear you speak the philosophy of Krishna consciousness. You really are a teacher with love of knowledge, and your depth of intelligence and understanding is very inspiring. I have also appreciated reading through your diary of a traveling creature on monkeywarrior.com. Your honest and transparent expressions there are touching, and your wisdom, combined with your sense of humor, refreshing. Below are a couple of entries from your diary. This is a quote. We are struggling with the material energy, our selfish attachments, at least as much as you all, maybe a little more or less. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. 4 principles grossly observed in a strict fashion, but we do become overwhelmed by peanut butter and apples when they stare us in the face and the pressure is on, unless we have a good arrangement to control ourselves, monkey and piggy, mind and body. And I had one more entry to share. We started chanting loud, and then we saw that we could choose to be happy. We can also choose to think about how evil we are and how we deserve to be punished by our society, but we can choose to be happy. So many times that happens in Gora Arti, Kirtan. Our spirits get lifted up. We have no money, clothes, family. We do not rely on our church. We have problems helping our students, but we have the holy names. They bring everything. They bring eternal life. They bring the opportunity to massage Srila Prabhupada's lotus feet. Reading the things you've written like this, and your short stories as well, I have found them very inspiring, and I'm sure other devotees have as well. Although you may not be materially wealthy, it is clear that you do have great spiritual wealth. Thank you, Karni Maharaj, for sharing that with us. I pray that I may somehow be of some small service to you. Hare Krishna, your aspiring servant, Abhay Das.
Thank you, Prabhu. And we have a last one, Murli Mohan Prabhu. He'll speak for a couple of minutes and then Sri Vyasa-Acharya Prabhu will finish and do the Puspanjali.
I would like to thank His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Maharaj for mercifully sending his dear disciple Subal-Saka Prabhu for training me in Krishna consciousness. And yours is the first ever remnants of a pure devotee that I had, and I got this, a Krishna conscious life back. And I am, so grateful to you, Maharaj. I would like to glorify Maharaj's, simple living principles. Like, he's not attached to anything. So one day I was walking to temple at 4:20 a.m. Maharaj was coming from sannyas ashram, and I paid my, I took that opportunity and I paid my obeisances on 34th Street, and Maharaj was looking here and there. So he was so detached that he was not thinking that, oh, he's offering obeisances to me. He's so detached from his, position and his, learned scholarship, and also he's so humble. And while walking, I was following Maharaj, and Maharaj was saying to me like 32 times 6. So with my, dull head, I could not understand what Maharaj was saying. Then when we entered, at 4:25-ish, Maharaj said, those many steps I advanced to, Golok Vrindavan. So I could not understand Maharaj's mood because I'm a fool, but, by the association of your sincere disciples, I can understand how I can, see a mood of a pure devotee. I could see Maharaj in Mangalartis. He would, kindly engage me in, sing, glorify Guru, and he always, encouraged me with his, activities like just go and, start, glorify. So I am so fortunate that, Maharaj is, so merciful upon me, and also I see Maharaj how simple, like when we were serving, helping, in Radharani's kitchen. Maharaj personally came there and he was actually, taking out the leftovers of prasadam, and he was personally going and washing the utensils just last week. So he's so simple. He's not at all, at that mood that, oh, I am, sannyasi, or, I'm a spiritual master kind of. He's so down to earth, and that moved us. And when we, had an opportunity to, serve him, prasadam, my wife was saying that, I want to, serve Maharaj. Then we got to, some prasadam to Maharaj, and Maharaj mercifully, although he's so fond of, sweets offered to Radha Nilamadhav, he just, sacrificed those, and he exchanged those sweets to us. So Maharaj is so loving, and thank you so much for your, blessings and kind association, Maharaj. So please forgive my offenses.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. So now Sri Vyasa-Acharya Prabhu will finish it, and then we will do the Puspanjali. When we do Puspanjali, don't try to come here and offer the Puspa petals. We'll do it when we are having Aarti. One time we can offer it to Maharaj. That way there won't be too much rush to offer those.
Guru Maharaj, I'm very fortunate to be here today, mainly to hear your glories that you mentioned at the beginning that you don't want to hear. It is said, Gurum prakashayet dhiman. A wise man should bring his Guru to the light. In other words, he should make his Guru famous. Your example showed me that the best way to glorify one's Guru is by one's own practice of Guru's instructions. And you have been doing that perfectly to glorify Srila Prabhupada. Your practice of his teachings immensely inspires my love for Srila Prabhupada. In my early days of Krishna consciousness, the only person I could fully trust in my circle of ISKCON devotees was you. And it was because of your many saintly qualities. In particular, your transparency and humility are the most attractive qualities to me. You are happy to preach whether there is one person or 1,000 people in the audience. You attend Srimad Bhagavatam class whether you are speaking or someone else is speaking. The best thing I learned from your association through Anjana Sutta Academy is to listen humbly. Appreciation for content and process naturally followed. Lord Krishna lists humility as the first item of knowledge in Bhagavad Gita 13.8. Also, in describing the qualities of a sannyasi in relation to Jnana Yoga Vyavasthiti, being situated in knowledge, Srila Prabhupada explains in Bhagavad Gita 16.1 purport. Out of sheer humility, the sannyasi goes from door to door, not exactly for the purpose of begging, but to see the householders and awaken them to Krishna consciousness. This is the duty of a sannyasi. In your travels to various places and interactions with the living entities, this is your purpose, and you are willing to take a very humble position to spread the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. In Chaitanya Charitamrita Antya Leela, chapter 20, Lord Chaitanya's mood is described before he recites each verse of Shikshashtaka. For all the verses from the second to the last verse, the quality of Dainya, Lord Chaitanya's humility, is mentioned. From this, I could infer that your taste for holy names results from your humility and tolerance. You are satisfied with what comes out of its own accord. You are equipoised in success and failure, and you are not envious of anyone. You are fearless and pure in heart, and you put the knowledge into practice. You have full control over your sleep and food intake. You wake up early around 1 a.m., and you usually never miss Mangalarti and Srimad Bhagavatam class. In your actions, you are in touch with Paramatma, and you have a natural taste for holy names and a natural love for Sri Sri Radha Krishna. You have been my guru, my well-wisher, and sometimes you let me argue with you as a friend. I beg you to kindly forgive my offenses, uplift me, awaken my Krishna prema, and take me back to Godhead, your insignificant servant, Srinivasacharya Das. So now we will have Puspanjali. Actually, we'll do Mangalacharana prayers, and after Mangalacharana, immediately we will have Guru Puja. So you repeat after me for Mangalacharana, and there will be devotees on either side giving you petals. So you can all line up while we are doing Mangalacharana, line up nicely, and in the end, I will tell Guru Maharaj's Pranam prayer 3 times. After that is done, then Guru Puja will start, and from either sides, people can come and offer the petals. Preferably, if Matajis can be here, Prabhujis on that side, that's better. So we will start with Mangalacharana. Please repeat after me. Om Ajnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Presthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Krupabdhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojvala Premadhya Shri Rupanuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupanuga Viruddhapa Siddhanta Dvanta Harine Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshad Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambhara Sambhode Padambujayate Namaha Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupanugavarayate Gauravirbhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priyaha Vaishnavas Sarvabhaumashri Jagannathayate Namaha Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupaswarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhaktashaktikam He Krishna Karuna Sindho Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Jayatam Suratau Pangor Mama Manda Matergati Matsarvasva Padam Bhojau Radha Madana Mohanau दिव्यद्वृन्दारण्य कल्पद्रुमादः श्रीमद्रत्नागार सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद्राधा श्रीलगोविन्ददेवौ प्रेष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानौ स्मरामि श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भे वंशीवटतटस्थितः कर्षन्वेणुस्वनैर्गोपीर् गोपीनाथश्रियेस्तु नः तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते हनुमत्प्रेषका स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते हनुमत्प्रेषका स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण प्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते हनुमत्प्रेषका स्वामिन्निति नामिने. So now Guru Puja Kirtan will start, but only one person at a time can come in line from this side, that side, offer petals, take a cookie and go. So only one person at a time, maybe line like this. So yeah, don't come in groups, please. 2 cookies for the kids. Radha Krishna Prabhu. Radha Krishna Prabhu will be leading the kirtan. Where are the youth? Bring the mridanga and kartal from the youthers. Devendra Krishna, where is he? Arti. He will start.
You can play the kartal.
That's all? No, I didn't have any card. Samsaradava nalalida loka Tranaya karunya ganaganatvam Samsaradava nalalida loka Ranaya karunya ganaganatvam Praptasya kalyana gunanavasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Mahaprabhu Kirtana Nitya Kita Vaditramadhyam Manasorasena Romanchakampa Shrutaranga Bhajo Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Shri Vigrahara Dana Nityanana Shringaratan Mandira Majanado Yuktasya Bhaktam Chananyunjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Chaturveda Shri Bhagavat Prasado Swadhana Triptam Maribhakta Sangam Kitvaiva Triptim Bhajata Sadaiva Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Shri Radhika Madhava Yurapara Madhurya Leela Gunarupa Namnam Pratikshana Swadhana Lolupasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Nikunja Yuno Ratikeli Siddhai Yayali Be Yukti Rapekshaniya Tatra Didaksha Ativalabhasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravindam Sakshadarit Vena Samastra Shastre Uktastata Bhavyata Eva Sadbhi Kintu Prabhuya Priya Eva Tasya Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda. Yasha Prasadat Bhagavat Prasada Yasha Prasada Nagati Kutopi. Dayan Suvam Stasya Yasya Shri Sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda. Dayam Suvam Sasya Yasya Shri Sandhyam Vande Guru Shri Charanaravinda. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shri Mate Hanumatpresaka Swami Niti Namine. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Shri Mate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschyatat Desatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada 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 Gaura Premanandi
Namaste Narasimhaya Namaste Narasimhaya Praladadayine Praladadayine Praladalada Hiranyakashi Purvaksaha Hiranyakashi Purvaksaha Hiranyakashi Purvaksaha Shilatanka nakhalaye Shilatanka Ito Narsingha Parato Narsimha Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Ito Narsimha Parato Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Ito Narsimha Parato Yato Yamitato Narsimha Yato Yam Bahir Narsimha Hridaye Narsimha Bahir Narasinghamadin Saranam Prapade Narasimhamadin Tabakara Kamalabare Nakham Adbhuta Singam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagade Sahare Jai Jagade Sahare Jaya Jagadish Hare Sabakara Adabhuta Sringam Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanu Bringam Keshavadrita Jayo Narsimhadev, 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 Jayo Narsimhadev, Jayo. Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo Prahlad Maharaj, Jayo.
Gaur Premanandi, Jai Mr. Paramahamsa, Parivrajagacharya, Astutar, Satasishmad, His Divine Grace, Srila Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj ki, Jai Srila Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj ki, Srila Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj Vyasa-Puja ki, Jai Mr. Paramahamsa, Parivrajagacharya, Astutar, Satasishmad, Sri Vyasa-Puja Prabhupada ki, ISKCON Samstapakacharya Prabhupada ki, Jai Nityalila Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajagacharya Sri Vyasa-Puja Saraswati Thakur Goswami Prabhupada ki, Nantakoti Vaishnavandi ki, Namacharya Sri Haridas Thakur ki, Prem Sikaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhattavindi ki, Shri Radha Krishna Radha Govinda Radha Leela Madhava Gopa Gopinath Ramakun Radha Kun Gira Govardhan ki, Vrindavan Dham ki, Maya Panda Vidyapan Jigana Pridam ki, Kalgami Chamudamai ki, Bhakti Devi Vrinda Devi Sasmarani ki, Jai Gaur Premanande, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. Bless Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
Hare Krishna. So this is the end of our program with thanks. I'm going to just give a little vote of thanks. So I would like to thank our ISKCON of Houston Temple Management, who kindly gave us this facility for this event, welcomed all the visitors with an open heart, and guided us throughout this process. Thanks to all the devotees who came from different places to attend this event, Latin American devotees, devotees from India, Idaho, Arizona, Utah, Dallas, Richmond, and other areas. We hope we made you feel at home at ISKCON of Houston. I want to also thank all the devotees who opened their homes for the visitors. Words cannot express your mood of service and hospitality. And my sincere thanks to an anonymous family who is our biggest sponsor of this event. Also in putting on this event, many devotees helped us with cooking, decoration, hall setup, sound system, garland and vase making, shopping, airport pickups, advertisement, singing, verbal offerings, event guidance, healthcare, and other vital areas. His Holiness Tamal Krishna Maharaj lives and breathes in the sweet service mood of all the devotees here. My heartfelt respects to all of you, and please allow me to honor the dust of your feet on my head mentally. Shri Radha Neela Madhava has kindly been that invisible force, inspiring and appropriately directing everything. And finally, my sincere apologies for any offenses or mistakes that may have been committed toward any devotee during the course of celebrating this event. His Holiness Hanumatpresaka Swami Maharaj Vyasa-Puja ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhakta Vrind ki. So we can all honor the feast now. There is also, yes, Hare Krishna.